Hello, my love, and welcome to Pleasure with Katie. I'm Katie, and I'm so excited to share this Yoni love practice with you. Now, first things first, in the description down below, there is a link to a Spotify playlist. So pause the video now, get that started or on in the background at the same time, so you can have a really nice, deep, beautiful experience with the journey of the music as well. Or feel free to play your own music or do it in silence. It's completely up to you. So go ahead and press play on the playlist now, and we'll start journeying into our Yoni love practice together. So before we completely get started, just check that you've got some cushions. We're going to be doing a little bit of massage, so I've actually got some oil here as well. I'm using coconut oil and a little bit of tiger balm as well because I'm on the first day of my bleed. Yeah, that's everything. Maybe some tea or water as well. And then bringing your hands onto your womb space. Your yoni is the Sanskrit word for source power, sacred space. And the direct translation in the English language is Kant. It's the only word we have that encompasses the entirety of the female reproductive system, not only biologically but spiritually as well. This word in the English language and in many other traditions links back to the way that we acknowledge the goddess. So acknowledging the goddess within now, with your hands on your womb space, whatever that means to you, your yoni, your pussy, whatever word suits you best. I'm going to be using yoni and womb quite a bit. Taking some time to really intentionally feel the warmth of your hands on the skin of your stomach, your lower abdomen. Just noticing what that sensation feels like, as if this is the first time you are doing this practice. Maybe it is the first time you've ever really felt your hands against your skin. The warmth, the energy, the connection you can create. If you haven't already, closing down the eyes. And just gently shifting the hands to different spots. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Now bringing in the breath. Maybe placing both hands just above your ovaries, either side of your womb space. Peek at me if you need to. And we're going to begin to really intentionally breathe down into the bottom of our yonis, right down to the vaginal opening. As you invite the breath in, imagine it coming all the way down and kissing your vulva, kissing your clitoris, your vaginal opening, and coming all the way out and through. Focusing on this breath coming all the way down to the yoni, womb breathing for another few rounds. Really sending the love with that kiss. With each inhale, bringing your awareness deeper inside your yoni. And with each exhale, letting go of any muscles that might be clenching just a little. Softening a little more with each breath out. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And throughout this practice, I really invite you to let out any sighs or sounds, ahs or oohs. Any laughs, any tears, everything's welcome. And know that this practice will be different and feel different and create different shifts every time you come back to it. Continuing to place your hands all around your stomach, maybe even on the back of your yoni, your lower back. Really feeling into this space. And place one hand on your heart if it feels right. Really deepen that connection between the heart and the womb. Inhaling to send love down from the heart to your womb. And exhaling to bring anything up from the womb that needs a bit of love from the heart. Continuing with this heart yoni breath for a few more rounds. Now bringing your awareness really back to your entire yoni, the whole pelvic bowl around your lower back, your hips, your ass, your bum, whatever you want to call it, your vulva. And we're moving into a yoni scan now. So if you're not completely familiar with the female anatomy, don't worry, don't panic. I will be calling out different parts, but it doesn't matter if you don't know what they are or you imagine them in the wrong place. Just really strongly visualizing these parts of the female reproductive system is enough to start bringing our awareness there. And of course, it will be more powerful when you do become more familiar, and you can envisage that really strongly and feel where these parts are. So it's all part of the journey. So we'll start with one that I really hope that everyone knows. And if you don't, please look it up. Bringing your awareness down to the clitoris. As you inhale, bringing your awareness, sending the breath to that point. And as you exhale, just allowing any tension to release from that area. The muscles to relax, anything to be let go. Moving your awareness to the left inner labia. And sending the breath to the right inner labia. Coming to the left outer labia. And the right outer labia. Bringing your awareness all around the pubic mound, the skin. To the left side of the groin. And the right side of the groin. And sending a bit of love to each and every pube, every hair. Sending the breath kissing down to the vaginal opening. And exhaling to release any tension, any holding. And we'll do that a couple more times here at the vaginal opening. Inhale to send your awareness down, create space in this area if you can. And exhale to release any tension. And one more time, really letting the mouth open as you release. Letting out any sighs as well. Now bringing your awareness to the left vaginal wall. Exhaling to release any tension. Moving over to the right side. The right vaginal wall, releasing tension with each breath out. Moving to the back vaginal wall. And coming to the front vaginal wall, the back of the clitoris, the G-spot. Bringing your awareness up to the cervix. And again, we'll take a few deep breaths here, allowing the mouth to open as you exhale, releasing tension, letting out any sounds. Now moving your awareness up into the womb space. It doesn't matter if you still have a womb. Everyone's got an energetic center here. Even those born male. Inhale to bring your awareness into your womb space. Exhale to release anything held here. Maybe it's more of a vocal thing, a sound that wants to come out. Bringing your awareness down the left fallopian tube. And down to the left ovary. Moving down the right fallopian tube. And the right ovary. Now feeling the entire female reproductive system as a whole. Inhaling to breathe into this space. Exhale to release any tension. Now, bringing a sense of pleasure to this part of the body. And a helpful tip I have for doing this as part of my laugh, love, lust technique is to remember the best or the most recent orgasm. And notice what comes up here. Full permission to not feel orgasmic immediately. Maybe something else more difficult to feel comes up, more uncomfortable. That's okay. Or maybe you can really remember that orgasm. Maybe you can. Whatever you're feeling, I'd like you to double it. And we can sell ourselves a little bit short sometimes, so double that sensation again. And let it out with a big aha, or whatever sound you want to make. When you feel ready, opening up the eyes, please. Come to stand on your feet. Now, I'm aware that you're not going to be able to see me fully for this little section, but that's okay. You kind of only need to be able to see my yoni anyway, I suppose. So we're going to be doing some hip movements. And yeah, the invitation is to follow me if you'd like to. Unless you're already really comfortable moving your hips, then I encourage you to freestyle a little bit. But I'll lead you through a couple of movements for you to watch. Yeah, enjoy. So first of all, just placing your hands on your womb and really tapping back into that sense of pleasure, the awareness that we've brought here, and remembering the breath throughout this entire practice. And I'd like you to start to move your hips from side to side. You can see I'm coming up onto my toes, maybe you can't see, and then pressing down. So coming up and pressing down. And then I'm really leaning into each side and just allowing my hips to move from side to side. And if it helps, you can place your hands on your hips and push your hips from side to side so you can really feel the motion. Now you might like to have your feet nice and wide so you feel really stable. And bend your knees a little bit into it so you can play with levels here. And maybe you want to start freeing up the movement and doing doubles on either side, or if that's looking like way too much complicated movement, forget about it. Maybe experiment with bringing the feet closer together and see how that feels. Play with speed, fast, slow. And you can move into a figure 8 kind of motion here, just bringing one hip forward and then the other. Again, taking the feet nice and wide. And we're going to do kind of a, I'm imagining Big Mama's house right now, if you've seen that as a child, when she's doing the hip dips. But really bending into your knees, then coming up straight. And it's really not about what you look like here, it's about how you feel. It's about bringing your love to your yoni and allowing her to dance and move. She loves to move. She loves to let your hips swing. So just allow that to happen. If you can, letting go of me or what I'm doing completely, and just allowing your yoni to move your hips wherever they want to move. Sometimes she likes to move around in circles. Forwards and backwards. She likes to shake as well. Remembering to bring the breath and the love. Keep breathing. And every time you come back to performance, remembering what you look like, I do it too. Come back to your yoni. Remember how she wants to move and come from that place. Keep sending the breath down and listening. Making your movements a little bit smaller. Breathing deeply. And coming down onto your knees. Just taking a moment to see how it feels to sit here with your toes together, knees nice and wide, and hands on your thighs. Tilting your booty out, titties forward, shoulders back, chin up. Just take a moment here to really feel yourself. Now, this isn't good posture, but it is good kind of goddess vibes. So just forget the alignment for a minute. And if you want to come back to that straight position, you can as well, with the pelvis slightly tucked. And move from here if it feels better for your back. And just start to move a little bit with the music here. Keeping the eyes closed as much as possible. Permission to move your arms. Just see how it feels to just stretch them out to the sides. Don't try and make it look good. And then if you can bring a little bit of softness there. Maybe move your hands a little bit more delicately. But keeping the awareness down in your yoni, moving from her. The arms are just an accessory to where she wants to move. And full permission to touch yourself here, much more than I am. I'm aware this is on the internet. If I was doing this on my own, it would be much more wild, so go for it. I would definitely also be naked, so full permission for that to be a thing as well. See how it feels to move in circles now, in spinal rotations. And if you're getting uncomfortable here, feel free to come into cross-legged position at any point. So not trying to look sexy this whole time, remembering it's about how you feel, moving from your womb. We're really just giving her a big stretch and a massage here. Arching your back as you come round. Exhaling fully as you come back, then inhaling to come forward. Integrating the neck quite a bit as well. And taking it the other way. So you might be used to doing this more as a ribs exercise, and we're really wanting it to come deep from the yoni here. So your ribs are still moving, but it's coming from lower down as well. Letting the neck swing into it. And when you feel complete, letting go of that, and just coming back to some more free movement here. Play around with stretching the body. Maybe opening up to the sides. Oh, that feels great. Definitely do that. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Maybe leaning back a little as you go. Now allowing the hips to rock from side to side. Really stretching back as you move. You can put a hand back too, feeling the stretch deep in the groin here, opening up the hips. It's okay if you want to take your feet a little wider apart as well, or keep them together. If it feels good to you, you can lift the hips up on either side, just being really mindful of your back here. Remembering to bring the breath And just placing both hands on your lower back. If you can, bring your feet apart now so that your pelvis is resting on the ground. That's amazing. If not, don't worry. Soles, tops of the feet down on the ground, pressing into the toes. And we're just rocking the hips back and forth. So inhaling as we tilt the pelvis back and lift the chest. Exhaling as we push the pelvis under, and you can use your hands to really help guide this here. Inhaling to lift up, squeezing the muscles in the lower back. Exhale to tuck the pelvis under. You can even bring your shoulders forward and get a really nice stretch there. Opening up the spine, the shoulders. We'll just do a couple more of these. Okay, so if you're here in Hero's Pose, bringing your hands forward, really mindful of the knees as you press up, and just inching knees and feet together. Might be a little bit tender here. We're going to swing the toes around the front, coming into Buddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together. Yank your socks up if you've got some on. Good tip for when you're on your period, definitely the first day, keep your feet warm and wear red as well. Honor your bleed, it's so important, especially as part of the Yoni love practice. It's so beautiful to film this today. I had a little bit of pain as we were starting recording. I was kind of scared it was going to get bad while I was trying to do this, but just sending it so much love and breathing into it and everything we've been doing, the pain's transmuted, transfigured into love, which is so beautiful. Yeah, great practice to do while you're bleeding. Okay, so sitting up nice and straight. You may have seen my stack of pillows. I should have said when we were doing the kneeling that you can use pillows under your knees to make that more comfortable. But I'm saying it now and that's what counts. So you can bring pillows like this underneath you, either side. And you can also, probably a smaller one, under your bum as well, if you like. Just to lift your hips up and make it a bit more comfortable, and you stack as many as you need. And your feet can be completely far away from you as well. So yeah, I don't normally do this, but it actually just feels so nice, especially where I am on my bleed, just to have that extra support. But I am feeling not enough of a stretch there, so I'm going to take that one away. So I hope you're just sitting while I'm faffing around, or maybe you're getting yourself sorted as well. And breathing into your yoni. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Making sounds as you feel that release in the groin, the hips, the thighs. And this can be quite a challenging pose. Sitting up straight like this as well. Really trying to pull the shoulders back, engaging the core a little. Practicing Mula Bandha, where we bring the cervix, the abdominal muscles in and up, helping us to sit up nice and straight. Uddiyana Bandha as well. And bringing the hands down to the feet, giving yourself a little massage. Getting your thumbs in there. And my friend told me that we have reflexology points for our ovaries and our womb somewhere around our ankles. So maybe get in around there. Should have checked that before I did this, but I'm human. And notice if you've started to hold any tension in your womb or you've stopped breathing. Just notice that without judgment and bring the awareness back, bring the breath back. Often when I say these things, it's because I've noticed that I've brought a bit of tension there or I've stopped breathing. So don't be hard on ourselves. Don't judge ourselves for not being perfect, not being enlightened. We're here to be humans, not gods. Really infusing some love into your feet. And then just bringing the womb round in circles. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you come back. Keeping the eyes closed and really trying to lead from the womb. You can involve the neck as well here if you like. Keeping the shoulders pulled down when you come forward. And now taking it round in the other direction. And next time you're at the back, inhaling to tilt the pelvis forward and roll up through the spine. Now we're going to go forwards and backwards. So bringing the chest down and through, exhaling. Inhaling to come back and up. Exhaling to lean down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And taking it the other way, carving a line forward with the nose as you inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then coming back to stillness, sitting up nice and tall, and just taking a moment here to slowly close the thighs and take a little counter stretch. Okay, so I'm now going to invite you to lie down, and I recommend the following setup. Big cushion down, one for your head, one here, and one here to go underneath your knees. And we're going to do a womb massage. So I'm going to actually stay sitting up for this so you can see what I'm doing. But I just want to show you the situation. Oh, Amazing. So get yourself set up like this. Pause the video if you like. Actually, I think you can probably see me from here. I'm going to do it like that. It's too good not to. So, obviously, if you don't want to get oil on your clothes, just pulling them down a little bit. We're only going to be actually doing it on our lower abdomen. So just having that area exposed, getting some oil. I've got a little concoction here with some tiger balm as well. And just rub that between your hands before you place anything cold on yourself. Get some heat, some energy build up. And then just placing both hands over your womb space. So your thumbs are just below your belly button and your fingers are on your ovaries. And just starting to rub in circles, coming up towards the belly button and down towards the ovaries. You can inhale as you draw the energy up and exhale as you circulate around. So just doing a few nice big circles here. And if you feel intuitively that you just really need to do something in particular, in a particular spot, I really encourage you to do that. Now we're going to take both hands together, bringing the fingers together, and make small clockwise circles, starting at the left ovary. And I invite you here to really go as softly as you can. My beautiful sister and friend was giving me an incredible womb massage, and she really showed me how much can shift when you really softly touch the skin and hold a strong intention and bring the breath. And so much shifted for me, and it was beautiful compared to, honestly, in the past I really felt like I had to kind of do a sports massage style deep prodding, and I'd never tell anyone else to do that, but sometimes we're harder on ourselves than we are on other people. So I invite you to really go as softly as you can here, round in small circles, now making your way over towards the right ovary. Now I invite you to make really big clockwise circles, coming all the way up to the bottom of the sternum, feeling the ribs, down to the left ovary, exhaling as you come down across to the right ovary. Inhale as you come all the way up and round. And I've just noticed myself pressing hard. Sometimes that's nice and that feels good, but it's not always necessary. Making these circles a little bit smaller now as well. coming towards the belly button, smaller and smaller. And when you reach the middle, going back out again, and we'll continue like this for a little while. Remembering to bring the breath, it's so important. And you may find as you've loosened up and get used to moving, it feels nice to have a varying pressure, maybe experimenting with coming a little harder into places and a little softer into others, noticing where it feels tight. And I invite you to let go of the circles as we do this now, intuitively moving our hands over our entire womb space, changing the pressure, and just noticing any areas, maybe particularly along your psoas, which comes all the way up and through the thighs, the yoni. Maybe your ovaries need some love. Just being mindful of where you are in your cycle. And if you are menstruating, if you are bleeding, focusing the intention on release and coming out. Whereas if you're in another part of your cycle, any other part really, you can bring the awareness up and bring the energy up towards the heart and up through the chakras, and that can be a really beautiful practice as well. And that's not just while we're doing the massage here, that's with any tantric practice. Outward flow when you're on your bleed, inward and upward and up to the heavens when you're not. We hold so much in our wombs, so don't be surprised if there's tears or uncomfortable feelings. Just see how much you can be with that without pushing it away. Just allow it to be there. Knowing that the more you fight it, the more it gets trapped in that tension. So we can just allow it to be and know it will go in its own time as we relax. It's a fine line, I know. Each time we breathe out, releasing but not pushing, not forcing, just allowing the energy to move in that direction And if it doesn't want to move, just letting it be. Now placing the hands still on the womb. You can come into simple Yoni Mudra if you like, bringing the thumbs and index fingers together into a triangle and placing the thumbs underneath the belly button, so the fingertips will be resting just on the ovaries. And we will now proceed to do nothing for the entirety of this beautiful song. And you can hold Yoni Mudra if you like, or sometimes I just can't be bothered when I'm here resting and I just want to put my hands wherever feels good. The only thing to do here is to breathe into your yoni and receive. This next song I had the pleasure of seeing live a couple of weeks ago at Medicine Festival. And she spoke about how this song was written for the medicine woman, for the healer, for the incredible people who spend their lives dedicated to just helping others. And I really feel this about my Yoni. She's held so many lessons for me. She's taught me so much. And I still know that she is full of so much mystery and so much wisdom. And I'm so grateful to her for everything. Everything. I'm grateful for the pain. I'm grateful for the tears. I'm grateful for the bloody infections. Everything. I'm grateful for the orgasms, the general functioning, the hormones. But more than anything, it's the teachings, it's the wisdom, it's the power that comes from this place. It's been a long journey to own my sexuality in the way that I do now. And the power that I feel come from this part of my body is something that I've never felt before in my life. I just want you to know that that's there waiting for you. Maybe it's already there for you, and if it is, I'm so happy. Yeah, this is available to all of us, this sacred womb wisdom. And if she's not revealed this to you yet, just know that even doing this practice, your time is coming. So over the next few days, even or particularly after this practice today, in your dreams, be open to listening, checking in, speaking with her. Hey Yoni, how you doing? I'm just sending you some love because you're awesome. And see if she has anything to say back. She loves you too. She's here with you, for you. She loves you. So just spending a moment, the rest of this song, really just reflecting on gratitude, even if it's hard to feel, noticing any resistance, any blocks, that's okay as well. Just finding an inch of gratitude for the potential goddess power, the creatrix. I forgot to mention all the birth things, like the creating of a human. Wow. Sorry, have to go back to this. We make humans inside of our yonis. Wow. How incredible is that? We can grow a human and then push it out. The strongest muscle in our entire body is inside of our wombs, inside of our yonis and our wombs. Yeah, just feeling into that. And even if that's not something that's happened for you or possible for you, just the incredible ness of the potential inside of us to energetically create from this space. Our sexual energy and our creative energy are so closely linked, and I believe they're almost the same thing. So birthing whatever is meant to come through you. Loving this sacred teacher, the medicine woman inside. Taking a couple of deep breaths. And bringing your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Closing your legs like a book. Tucking your knees into your chest. Just rocking side to side. Call this the poor man's massage. Giving yourself a squeeze, a hug. Just in these last few moments, infusing yourself with the maximum amount of love possible and available in the universe. I'll leave you with that. Alright, namaste, so much love. I hope you enjoyed this. Please share it around if you did. Let's get everyone loving their yonis. Okay, bye for now.